the thing we talked about, the live music.
There's something
Good
about
live music, nothing better.
100%. There's something about live music. Like, I love live albums. Versions of live albums, I think, are so great. I wish that, like, I think it's the best way to listen to music, and I hope that artists do more live albums and put that out there to streaming, because not a lot of artists do it. Very few do it.
That's what I do. That's primarily what I mean. It depends on who I'm working with and what they want.
You're a fucking demon.
But with Mike's Car Wash, most everything we've done to this point has been live, but
Love that.
The next 3 songs that we're releasing, just live takes in the basement.
That's
and
awesome.
It's like
one take, like straight through.
not one take. We probably did like
edit it.
10 takes.
10
takes. But no, you pick the best take. It's like we did the same song until we're like, we like this one. This one has energy.
Hell, and then, that's awesome.
I mean, after that, like I'd overdub extra layers shit to make the sound huge and full, because there's only so much you can do with a couple instruments. Like
in the basement.
Every record you've heard rock wise is like, okay, there's like 5 guitars on this track. They're just layered in to make it sound massive, you know?
Okay.
So like, we got the bare bones all live and then enhanced it essentially with layering and harmonies and adding
tricks,
vocals and stuff.
And when can people expect those to drop? Because I'll be listening.
Eviscerate, I finished the first master probably last week. I'm not 100% happy with it.
Okay.
That's fine.
It sounds like it's the best sounding thing we've made, but I've mixed so far, and it thrills me. But there's only one thing I want to do, is I need some sizzle on the cymbals. I don't have the means to do that, but I know a guy who has a studio. And I asked him, I'm like, hey, can I just...
That's sick.
The thing is, this piece of equipment that he has, it adds, like, harmonic overtones in the high frequencies. And I have multiple pieces of gear that do a similar thing, but not quite as good sounding.
Right.
And it really brings life to, like, the top end of the song. So it brings that kind of... that sparkle when you listen to it, and you're like, holy shit, it opens everything up. The song sounds really good right now. Like, it sounds better than anything I've put out so far.
Okay.
That's awesome.
But
hell yeah.
I want it just that one.
You know it can be better.
That one more thing. And that's all it needs. And I'm going to go in there with just that intent, and if I can pull it off, I'll be happy. If not, it's fine as it is now, and I still listen to it all the time. So
I have a good feeling that you're going to pull that off. And what's it called? Eviscerate?
Eviscerate, yeah.
Eviscerate.
That's awesome.
I'll be keeping an eye on that. Everyone, stay tuned.
I guess,
Great
like,
things
at
coming.
the end of the day, you'll never be, like, fully 100% satisfied with your work, right? I guess you'll always think, like,
Always room.
Yeah, like, there's always room to do better, always be better. So, like, if it, like, even if you weren't able to get the sizzle you wanted, like, I bet, like, you're always going to think, like, oh, this could always sound better, this could always be better. I think just like...
I mean, the more you do something, too, the more you learn. So it's like...
Yes.
And you only really learn by screwing shit up. So it's like...
Right.
So
100%.
No mistakes, just learning experiences.
Exactly.
I listen to stuff I did 2 years ago. I'm like, wow, I could have changed all this to make it sound way better. But, like, that's the beauty of creating. It's like, that happened then. It's going to stay as it is. You know, and I'm not going to go back and change it. I have gone back and tweaked other mixes. I haven't re-released anything, but I've made it sound better just to prove to myself that I can.
Yeah.
Hell
but production styles, my production style evolves all the time. Now I use a lot of analog tape, which is if you ever saw like reels of tape in studios, that used to be the only way to record music. Well, that's a lie. People would actually cut it into wax previously.
Oh wow!
But that was in like the 30s and 40s before they had tape. Tape is literally it's just polarizing like rust, essentially, like iron or whatever magnetic compound on a piece of tape. And it passes
on like a recorder. Yeah,
it passes through tape heads and it just polarizes the magnet, and then on the other end it picks up the difference in electricity, essentially the magnetism, and amplifies that and that's what you hear as sound.
Holy shit!
I never knew that. That's
Yeah,
actually fascinating.
You just put the Bice on game.
Is that why vinyl records kind of sound different, you think?
I mean, depending on, with engineering music and all the shit that goes behind it, whatever medium you're working on has characteristics. Non-linearities is what the people call them.
Yeah.
Computers are linear. You got ones
Yes.
and zeros, right?
Yes.
It's so
Yeah.
linear, and that's why a lot of the time it sounds not professional stuff, because professional hip hop or whatever's recorded in a computer is still all going through analog stuff. But analog is non-linear. It's not perfect.
Right.
Okay.
You can't perfectly electrically represent ones and zeros. I mean, you can to some extent, but as you're manipulating it, going through whatever electronic components, it's not perfect because you're dealing with the imperfections of
And the
physics.
scratches, yes,
Yeah.
exactly,
Hell
yeah.
So, but
Wow.
that offers character.
Yeah.
It's
Hell yeah,
something you like. Maybe not everyone can hear, but it's noticeable. If
100%.
I don't know, like I might sound like a crazy person right now.
No.
But
No, I love this
I
right
100% agree. I can say I only have one vinyl. You know who Cage the Elephant is?
Yeah.
They're my favorite band of all time. My personal favorite. My
Nice.
personal best, in my opinion. And I have their album Melophobia
Great record.
on a vinyl. I don't have a vinyl player anymore, but R.I.P.
Fair.
But I do remember hearing that on the vinyl versus hearing it through streaming. It's different. Like you said, you can hear the flaws, you can hear the imperfections, but you can also hear the energy, the vibe is so much better. It just sounds sonically more pleasing, right?
For sure.
So trust me,
Wow.
like you don't sound crazy. You're not. I have definitely noticed it. I've definitely felt it. I think vinyls are the way to go.
There's a reason a lot of people prefer the vinyl version over
Yeah.
anything
Definitely.
else. You
With
know?
vinyl,
For sure.
vinyl is finicky as hell. Not in a bad sense, but like
No.
a good vinyl, like good turntable, good preamp, good set of speakers, killer. Killer.
Can't beat
100%.
it. You
Killer.
can't beat
It's
it.
expensive though. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys want to buy like the Melophobia vinyl, it's probably like
vinyl-
$100.
Yeah,
Like
vinyls, I mean, it's got
the vinyl player is
it's-
probably expensive.
It's too hip.
Right.
Let's look up how. Let's look
It's-
up the.
It's too cool. It was. I feel like when the CD came around, vinyls fell off,
Yeah.
and now the
Yes.
CDs are gone.
Because streaming,
Streaming, all that. But now people want the authenticity. They want that old school vibe.
Yeah, tape is coming back. Cassettes are coming back too, which is crazy.
No way.
Yeah, cassettes are coming back. You heard it
That's
here first.
awesome. Hey, cassettes are coming back. I mean, so you think like big time artists are gonna be releasing cassette tapes of?
Oh yeah, 1,000,000%.
Has anyone done it already or?
Local bands do it all the time. Like
That's
local,
awesome.
like local shows, people will send tapes. Like Mike's Car Wash, we had a run of tapes made, cassette tapes.
That is awesome. I mean, shout out cassette tapes.
On eBay, some dude is selling the Melophobia vinyl for $17.95.
You can probably find a
crazy.
cassette tape of that too. I don't know, like
That's
they're not
crazy.
as popular as vinyl. They have a different
Yeah.
sound. I prefer tape sound.
Because this one is $70, this one's $100.
You know what I
somebody's
like?
at 40, 20.
You know, like just like
Crazy.
the sound when you put the cassette tape in, it's like click.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you hear the.
Yeah. That is something else. Let me tell you.
But
It's- yeah.
Oh yeah, no, continue.
No, tape hiss is a funny animal. Tape hiss is like with any tape, you're just gonna get high frequency like.
Yes, the hiss, yeah.
And it was something like for I don't know 45 years of people running tape tried to get rid of it because they didn't want that tape hiss, and now people now
Yeah.
producing music are like, I like the tape hiss. It
Yeah.
sounds old.
It's
they
coming
tried to
back.
get
It's
rid of
unique,
it.
right?
They tried to get rid of it for so long, and now it's cool.
Hell yeah.
I like how you guys both touched upon about how everything kind of cycles back around, you know what I mean? Like how artists still kind of go back to the 70s, 80s vibes. You know, there's nothing new. Everyone's still, you know, looking towards the past a little bit, drawing inspiration, and then mixing it to the new. So I like that artists do that. I hope they continue to do that because I'm a fan of it. But Dan, obviously we know that you're not just an amazing musical guy. You obviously got more going on in your life. what else do you like to do that kind of is your vice other than music? Like, what else you like to do?
I like to golf.
No
Hell
way,
yeah.
really.
Hell
I
yeah.
love golfing.
How often did you hit the greens this summer?
I don't know. I would probably go. I try to do once a week, but it might be
Okay.
Really?
it might be less, once every 2 weeks.
Hey, that's still
more than me.
that's still very consistent. How's the golf game?
Yeah.
And when did you first start?
Probably when I was like 13.
Okay. Hell yeah.
And that's young.
There was like a summer camp at Mount Hood, and I went there.
Shout out Mount Hood, Melrose.
Yeah,
Shouts.
but yeah, I like golf. It's relaxing.
No, yeah. I've personally have never been golfing. I need to. I've been driving range, mini golf, but never actually on the links.
Really?
But I've heard great things.
So you think it's relaxing? I've heard it could be quite the opposite sometimes.
Yeah, I can see. I've seen people get pretty stressed
Pretty
about
heated,
their golf
yeah.
swing.
People having bad days, they break
Yeah,
some clubs.
I don't really get that angry because I mean,
You don't seem like a very.
It's a good excuse to like get outside and enjoy the weather.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
swing
hell
a golf
yeah.
club. I
Great
mean,
way to look at it.
yeah, I would say if I just shot an 8 on a par 4, I'd be like, fuck. but like then I take a step back. I'm like, there's another hole. Like, let's just approach it again differently. And if you continue to suck, then you're just like, ah.
It's one of those days, yeah.
Right.
But like, I don't really beat myself up about it.
You're not on the PGA. It's all for fun.
You're just enjoying it. Do you go alone? You usually play with friends, or how does it work?
I play with friends. I play with my dad a decent amount too.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice. Do you ever
Awesome.
listen to music on? Is that a big thing for
Nope.
you? No, yeah.
I
Just
don't.
complete silence.
I prefer to golf in silence. Like
Listen
occasionally,
to the nature.
occasionally buddies will bring a speaker,
Just about to say
and
that.
like I'm not a fan of that, honestly. But like, I don't care if people listen to music while golfing.
Yeah.
But I would prefer silence.
Yeah.
I
I like that piece.
Yeah, I think
Peaceful
silence is important sometimes. Like, you don't always want to have noise on. You kind of want to
For sure.
be able to be in that quiet mode, but also like that, not quiet, but that just like, what's the term? Kind of just like
Tranquil.
a tranquil, like recentering mode where like you're kind of no stimulation at all, just straight. You just
look to the
recentering,
inside.
There's
you know?
there's a focus
Exactly.
element of golf that is awesome
Just about to bring
too.
that
it's
up.
like
Mm.
It's therapeutic in a sense. I can see why, for sure.
you just focus on hitting the ball, and you can't focus too much, but you just got to be locked in. You got to be dialed
Just
in.
right. It's got to be balanced. Got to be dialed in 100%. But yeah,
Hell
other
yeah.
than golf, like what other, physical activities you're going to kind of get into kind of.
Oh man.
What's like your health routine, how important is health to
Shitty.
you and stuff?
Shitty.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I mean, I used to be healthy. I'm not.
You're a
healthy.
track star,
I'm
dude.
not healthy.
You were running. You
anymore.
were a track star.
I'm not nearly as healthy. I mean, it's everything's temporary. I'm gonna be fit
True.
again.
Of course, cycles.
Definitely over COVID, I plummeted. I was just like, I didn't
That
work
was-
out at all.
That was
That
tough
was
time for
normal.
everyone. Yeah,
that was
tough time for everyone.
very normal.
And now, like working, I didn't like take any time after school. I just went right into my job, and
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, probably for the first 6-7 months, I was going to the gym frequently,
Nice.
and then, but when doing that, I mean, by the time I'd get home, it'd be like 9.
Yeah.
And then I would
Long
have no
days.
time to do music. So now
Right.
I build music in routinely, like
Have to.
almost every day,
Hell yeah.
almost every night, and I guess it's a shift in priorities, which is not
Of course.
necessarily
Yeah, of
good.
course.
That comes with age, though. Like
Definitely.
But I feel like health should be more of a priority in my life in fitness. I mean, it should.
well,
be.
music
So,
is music's good for the
do it
mental
all.
health.
You can do it all, 100%. Yeah,
yeah, I need to find a better balance, if you will.
yeah, definitely. But I think
It's
you
always a
can-
work in progress.
Right.
You can do that as long as you kind of like making sure. I think the physical activity, it's a little different, but like as long as you're kind of eating right, sleeping right, doing things that like the base things that your body needs, like keeping good hygiene, things like that, then your health will be fine.
I do like hygiene. I'm a big,
Hell yeah.
big,
I
can tell
big
the-
fan,
the
big fan,
mustache.
big fan of hygiene.
The
Yeah.
mustache is looking nice.
I've been meaning to compliment the Muzzy all show.
The Muzzy is
Thanks.
fantastic, dude.
Appreciate it.
Let's give it for that Muzzy.
when did that start? What was the inspiration? I want to hear all about it.
It was summer of sophomore year of college. I was playing with Left on Red, which was a bunch of Wakefield people at that time.
Yes, I love Left on Red.
Shout
on
on
Red.
left.
I'm
Shout
sorry that
out
it
left
didn't
on
work
red.
out, but I love Left on Red.
I mean, no hard feelings. Like I'm still friends with everyone in that
Of
band.
course.
I still play music with all of them too. So
Hell yeah.
just not all at the same time.
No, at the same time. Exactly.
So I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It just hit me. I was just like, fuck it. I'm gonna grow a mustache.
So have you had it since?
I couldn't grow a beard. I mean, I shaved it for like a week during COVID, and I was like,
bringing that shit
coming
back.
And it's like it's polarizing, and I kind of like that aspect about it because some
Yeah.
people are like, get that shit off your face. Which I'm like, I don't really give a shit what anybody thinks.
I like it.
Hell yeah.
I like it. Fuck it, whatever.
No, I love it.
But I think it's.
I love that mentality, and I love the stash.
100%. That's great.